Hey, but that's a neat little trick if you're having a drought.
To get an 80s.
Just to get a decent looking car. Just stop driving around in your fucking Toyota Camry.
No, that's fair.
Go get a BMW 330 or whatever, or a Z4M or whatever. But just know the Z4M is a swinger's car, and I know because I know a swinger that has one.
So one swinger, and that makes it a swinger's car.
No, it was funny. Top Gear, when they reviewed it, they said, if you own this car, you're a swinger. And then I found the swinger.
Who said that?
Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear, guy.
Oh, brother. Well, you need to find some new jokes, man. I've heard that one from you before, too. All right. I think that will conclude the pre-pod. Let's get into some stuff. Welcome, everyone. It's your boy Demuir here. Along with the Dusty Youth. Thanks for joining the Industry Noize podcast. I think it's episode 13. Pretty cool. I think we're getting some consistency, people listening and getting random DMs and comments about the pod, which is quite cool. So yeah. We got lots to talk about this week, though.
Did we cancel yet or no?
A lot went down into the past week, going into this week. Let me just lower this and get this out of the way. Like more crazy music deals happening, and just a lot of other stuff going on. Things continue to open up. In response to the higher vaccination rates, which we won't really talk about too much, because you guys already know and feel our frustration with what's happening here in Canada along the lines of vaccination. But what can I say? It's improving, but with a great degree of frustration. Anyway, how was your week, Juan, other than listening and watching your friend Andy blossom with his 80s Porsche?
Hey, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, make sure you guys sign up to patreon.com for the pre-pod, where you guys will hear us talking shit nonstop.
Andy drives an 80s Porsche.
Yeah, at least he didn't call it a Porsche. No, yesterday I watched the fight. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, you know what? You're talking about Mayweather and
Logan Paul.
Logan. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I didn't watch
that shit last night.
I wish I put money on it because I knew despite the weight difference that Mayweather was going to take it. I am impressed that Logan lasted 8 rounds. Well, that's impressive.
It was entertaining because even before the fight, like Mayweather said, he said, he's not doing this to win. He's doing that just to keep it entertaining and as an exhibition round, right? He said he didn't even train like if it was for a professional fight.
Mayweather?
He said that he trained not for an A, B, or C, more like a D class, more like for fun fights. He said that before the fight. And he was right. Because by the end of it, he looked like he just went for a late jog. Like, did you see him after? This dude was just chilling, like nothing happened. Like, this dude wasn't fighting. This dude was jogging around the fucking place. It's funny. They both landed the same amount of punches, but Floyd had a 50% hit rate. Logan had a 13% hit rate.
Logan, there was a clip I think I saw on Six Buzz. Shout out to Six Buzz, where they're showing Logan just wailing on him and not landing anything.
Oh my god! He's
and it looked like his punch bag. It looked like his punch bag routine. Did you see that clip of Logan training with the punch bag?
No.
And he's literally like arms are at the sides, swinging against his punch bag. Oh man, it was painful to watch. But hey, man, big up to him. Didn't he make like 67 million?
No. That's
the last one
Floyd made in this one.
What did Logan make in the last one?
With KSI?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was in the realm of 60 million. I want to say it is because Drake had DM'd him and said, "Yo, Crow, you know, you made your cool 67. Like, how does one make all that guap or whatever?"
Yeah, man.
And I'm impressed with Logan. Like, he knows the Toronto man's lingo still. He knows what Crow is and things. So,
no, you know, it'd be like that.
So you actually watched the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it live, bro. We watched it illegally, and I still want my fucking money back.
This fucking guy.
Bro, I haven't seen a production value that low since I've been watching fucking 480p porn on fucking X videos, man. That production value was low. Like I remember me, Andy, Juan, we all chilled up here. We're watching the Jake Paul versus I forgot the other motherfucker, some wrestler or something.
The MMA fighter, right?
Yeah. We were watching those two go at it, and the production value, man, that was worth the $40. I'll give it that. They had fucking constant acts coming up, like not like little people. They had like Snoop Dogg. They had E40.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy, right? It was an
Wasn't that on Triller? Wasn't it also on Triller? Yeah. Well, bro, listen. I think Mayweather knew that this is purely an entertainment thing. It wasn't like a Conor McGregor thing, right? Where he actually has some boxing skills, right?
Yeah.
So they went full tilt with that. I remember they did like the city to city tour and they came here, and Drake kicked off the whole, the face off event thing. They went by different cities and whatever, smack talk and all of that shit. This was purely an internet thing.
Yeah, this was meme lordness. It's funny because the commentator said, "And let the meme fight begin." That's how they started it.
That's how. Okay, so there you go. Right,
yeah.
Like it is what it is. So yeah, shouts out to Mayweather. Logan, I'm impressed you lasted as long as you did for that fight.
Although I would have been happy you got knocked out.
I would have, but that's that may be a little bit unrealistic because he's got 40 pounds on Mayweather, and
I just don't
like
think
he would
Mayweather
be in a whole other class. Sorry,
I just don't think Mayweather went at it. I think
but I don't blame him. He doesn't want to injure himself because there might be another big opportunity that comes up.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, I just don't think it was the most entertaining fight because I don't think that Mayweather showed what he really is capable of.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you adjust yourself to you're only as good as your weakest link.
I guess.
You adjust your performance to, and you should be cautious with the people you associate with too, because the cascade's there too. You can never bring somebody up unless they're willing. You always gotta, normalize yourself. And
cause I think maybe if he went like and fucking just completely pounded at the motherfucker, then that wouldn't have been a good look. Knowing that he went really, really hard on him, right?
Anyway, yeah. So it was what it was. I thought, Logan, it was just funny. That's all I could say.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Based on the clips I saw, I thought it was hilarious. Anyways, Juan, you got something for us?
Are we talking about Sennheiser?
Yeah. What's going on with Sennheiser? I'm wearing those headphones right now.
Bro, they just sold off their headphone division. Take that in.
To who? Who bought that shit?
To some Swedish company.
Oh, of course. Well, they're in good hands then.
Well, but the thing that worries me is that they're still going to be using the Sennheiser name.
Yeah, but with the purchase, didn't they buy the IP?
No. Sennheiser's still going to be Sennheiser, but they're going to be making more professional things, catering like microphones, other audio equipment. You see, so you just hold off the headphone division, which then, begs the question is, because that can be a risky move if all of a sudden they start making shadier products without the same level of quality, and that starts affecting other Sennheiser brands. I don't know. Sennheiser.
I don't know. I mean, if the IP remains intact and they're not like using secondhand, parts to try and save money, And it's, when I think about engineering, I think about countries like Germany and Sweden as well. So
for Sweden, I think of banks.
Aside from the chocolate,
I think of tax evasion.
Yeah, a safe haven for taxes and all of that shit. Sweden, they're a progressive society. I think they're in good hands as long as they don't fuck up the quality. I think it should be fine. It's not like I'd be more worried, and please, people, don't get upset with me when I say this, but I would be more concerned if they're sending the shit off to like China or some shit.
Well, what, are you scared of offending the Chinese now?
We're gonna, well, shit. I mean, Kamala Harris made a whole fucking bill on it, but black people are still out here dying at accelerated rates at the hand.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck was that? That's fucking.
But we spoke about that a few pods back. So I'm not trying to raise tension on that again. But I'm just out here making a point. But yeah, the reason why I'd be concerned if it were China is because companies go there when they produce products to cut the corners.
Yep.
To cut the corners, to save, that 50 to 70 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why they go there. I mean, I lie.
I lie, fam.
Come on, no, fam.
And and I want to say this really quickly, just to get that, because I just want to get that out of what I want to say. Is by the way, the only reason they're doing the Stop Asian Hate and not Stop Black Hate is so that way Asian people bring in a lot of money. The Chinese bring a ton of money into the country, and that's the reality of it. So there you guys go.
Yeah,
that's the hard truth, right?
Sorry, I just dropped a fucking cherry on my MP. It was still smoking.
Ooh.
I saved it though. The MP's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, bro.
It's good. Grab that. But here's the irony of that one is I just read today in the Times the US is prime in passing a $256 billion industrial policy bill. I think they're trying to rebrand it to something else, but they're doing that in response to the competition from China, in particular with semiconductor production.
TSMC, yeah.
And there's something else, but they broke down a number of different artificial intelligence was another one, and two others.
Yeah, that's very important.
I just find that shit so funny, Yeah, we're gonna stop the Asian hate in-house, but we need to bury those fuckers from
hey man, I don't blame them. We gotta bury them. Like, hey man, I don't know about you, but Winnie the Pooh has a little too much power. Fuck it. Like, imagine getting killed for calling the president Winnie the Pooh, man. We called our president Aladdin for a little bit. Imagine what would happen in China if you did that shit, bro.
Oh, I know.
And they'd fucking be whipping you. What'd you say about Xi Jinping? I'm sorry. Like, you get fucking killed.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Look what they did to the fucking Muslims, man. Bro,
so
it's crazy.
So when is that Sennheiser thing in full effect? When is that happening?
Well, so supposedly they had announced that they found the buyer. Here, I have the article. I just pulled it up. I'll put it up again. You have it on the doc. Long-running German audio company Sennheiser today announces that it has found a buyer for its consumer brand. Right? So not for its professional brand. Distinguishing factor there, right? It's a Swedish holding company. And, they're a giant hearing aid provider, I guess, or business. They manufacture hearing aids. Which is interesting. Because my question is, what's going to is it going to go up or is it going to go down, the quality? I don't know. That's...
I don't know. I'm hopeful that it'll remain the same or better. I don't think it'll go down, but
or better is the keyword.
It's always best of intentions in these situations. So,
yeah, 100%.
What else? Oh,
the fucking imaginary sculpture.
Yeah, well, we're in June here, and lots going. Well, this is the fallout of the NFTs. So Salvatore Goro Losono, Losono. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sounds like I'm butchering it. An Italian artist sold a piece of invisible art, and he said it's made from air.
How much does it weigh, by any chance? Do you know?
It's made from air, and he sold it for the tune of $18,000. I think that's US, 18,000 US, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
This is where, you know, hey man, all the power to him. I can't hate on that.
Hey man, you gotta get that bread somehow.
So if somebody bought that shit, hey, you get a little square that you can put anywhere and say the art is there. Hey, you know, go knock yourself out. But I do think this is where this whole NFT, Bitcoin fuckery is just getting out of hand. That is really out of hand, that NFT. But it's genius. He thought of it, so no one else could do it, really. We'll scoff at it when it happens.
Yeah, so, you know, but that's a little bit...
Can you show the Instagram?
Oh, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing the video of the drone footage.
Oh yeah, okay. I can't see it. I didn't know you were doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry.
So yeah, this is the it's the craziness in absurd times.
Its power has what did it say? It has the power to activate imaginations.
Yo, it's genius, man. Like,
and it's literally just a drone flying around a little square.
Bro, he nailed it. He nailed it with the execution of that. You gotta give it up. It's fucking hilarious. Shouts out to Salvatore. Give him a little applause there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is fucked up.
Like you on crack.
Yeah, you definitely got to be on crack because you're imagining the sculpture.
I know, man. Yeah, so that's that with the NFTs. But speaking of NFTs and all of this crypto shit that's going on, I know you're in Bitcoin one, aren't you?
No, I got out right before the dip.
Well, it's been dipping for over a month.
Yeah, I got out a month and a half.
Okay.
Like right
Good
before it started. I got out when it was like at fucking like 60, bro. I was out of that shit.
That shit like went from 58K to 36K US in the last 4 weeks. You know what I knew was starting to get fucked up was when I saw Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live.
Why?
And he was driving. No, well, okay. Here's what homie was doing on the build up to Saturday Night Live. So he was driving around New York in that Tesla, fucking electric truck.
Oh, the Cybertruck. Right.
Whatever that.
The pickup or the SUV or the
one that's like an answer to the Hummer.
Oh, the Cybertruck.
Yeah. So he was driving around in that, and I knew he was gonna like say some shit. Because he can't help himself, right? He, like, as much as he tries, he can't help himself with his Twitter and everything else.
Yo, he's like Trump, eh?
Well, yeah, but in a more entertaining...
market manipulation, able to take advantage of people, how to manipulate a market of currency, you know, very entertaining.
I don't blame him. I would do the same shit too, bro.
We're all
the stock market is in an emotional place. It always is, always has been, and it'll never, always was and always has been. So that'll never really change. So when he did that, and then he started saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna accept Bitcoin at Tesla now," and all this shit, I was like, you know what, this motherfucker has some nice mint stock.
Yeah.
On some crypto or Bitcoin or whatever he's holding. And he makes a statement and sells it, and he can't get in trouble for it because it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not considered currency yet.
Yeah, so that shit, I don't fucking with any of that. I'm so glad I didn't really fuck with it, to be honest.
I made decent money on it, so I can't complain. At this point, I think I've quadrupled my money.
All power to you, man. Hey, if there's some people that made some good guap on that, man, all the power to you, fam. But Yeah, that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it's too vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, I love the idea of it. I really do. I think it's a genius idea. But I think I don't know. I just think it's too vulnerable, and you know, it's subject to it's more subject to feelings than the stock market.
Well, it's
right?
more. It's a big boys game, really.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, it's
no
gambling on a big scale.
Yeah, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
there's no point in throwing like 30, 40, like for one Bitcoin, like unless you got, you know, at least 3 million liquid, I would say.
Yeah, just
that
to
you
have
can
fun.
play with.
Yeah.
Like, don't bother. That's
go put yourself
bad.
go into a stock like TA or something that pays dividends and just collect your money, boo boo.
That's a bad investment. But anyway,
horrendous, I think is the right word.
That's the latest on the NFT thing, invisible art. That shit is hilarious as fuck.
Yeah, man, same shit. Let's talk about the Kamloops shit.
Yeah. So on a more somber note, this conversation's been happening for a while here in Canada, but unfortunately, a part of the Canada's history involves the systemic abuse of Native Americans, well, Native Indians, various tribes.
Native Americans, because the reason we call them Indians is because Christopher Columbus thought he was in India.
Okay, so indigenous Aboriginals, whatever works. But the point here is that recently in Kamloops, British Columbia, here, the bodies or the remains of 215 children found in what was a reservation school. Unfortunately, the Canadian government and the Catholic Church participated in to systemically erase the cultures of Aboriginal people, and put in place what I guess they felt at the time were the right values by any means necessary, which included the killing of young innocent children. So the reason why I brought this up was I think Canada's been, it's one of the reasons why I love this country, is because we observe things and then have a constructive discussion. And even when we're wrong, when the government is wrong, the government says we're fucking wrong. And in fact, here's $25 million to go do your own investigation without any interference from the Canadian government. And you tell us what your findings are. Yeah, that got approved like last week without contest. All the parties agreed on it. So there's that. And then Trudeau, hey, you might not love the man, but I love his politics on this one, which was he fucking waited, knowing he already asked the Vatican and the Pope years before, hey, can you give us any documentation and records that you have regarding residential schools in Canada, because we want to get ahead of it and to resolve issues before some other crazy shit happens. And the crazy shit has happened. You find the skeletal remains of 215 children in what was once a residential school that was actively behind some serious trauma. You had, like, there's stories of cousins burying cousins. That's what they did at school that day.
You know, so the interesting is, for me, I've known about this shit, since I was in high school. In the first year of high school, they teach you this, right? I've been taught all about it, right? What they used to do and how it was wrong and all that. And same way, I believe in Germany, they teach you that what they did in the Second World War was wrong. They taught me the same thing, that what they've done to the, Aboriginals was wrong, right? Indigenous people was wrong. I was listening to the news because every single morning I have the news playing. And one thing the Catholic Church has said, we are actually already denounced all the things that we have done like that, and we ask for the Canadians to take that as our way of saying we do not support what we have done in the past about that. Because they had actually, in 2019, they've gone on record and said what we have done in the past about that was fucked up, basically. right? And it's interesting because the only my teacher even fucking told me how they used to kill the students and all that. I knew about that, and people are acting like all of a sudden they didn't know about it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And I find it hypocritical of people all of a sudden. It's like what happened with George Floyd, right? The issue sparks up. All the people are like, we have to rally together, and then all of a sudden after 1 week they're like, whatever, it happened. They ignore it, right? Yeah. Everyone's gonna be a hypocrite like this. Watch, in 1 month time, no one's gonna talk about this. No one's gonna remember this.
Well, they do talk about just, well, but that's, I don't think it's really a reflection of people. I think it's a reflection of where we are today with technology and our lives and the bombardment of information that's hitting us from all directions. This one hits different though, because it's like you hear the stories, but you don't really see the evidence. So now it's in front of you in 2021, 215 children gone. And what makes it worse, and I hear what you're saying about the, whatever, the Vatican or the Pope denouncing this thing, 2 years ago that would be?
Yeah, they got ahead of it. Yeah.
I don't think anything they do gets ahead of it.
Hey man, keep in mind this is from the same people that rape children and then fucking hide it. They're fucking disgusting animals.
Right. They don't get ahead of it. They figure out how they should address it to cause the least damage. People need to understand, like, the Vatican, the Catholic organization is publicly traded on the Italian stock market. It's valuated at over $10 billion.
It's a business, right? People don't understand that shit.
It's a business. So they're not.
They're manipulating religion to make money.
Yeah, and they're not speaking sincerely.
No.
About these things, like plainly and sincerely.
So
the difference. Let me finish one. In the difference with denouncing something versus taking ownership and responsibility, they're glaring. They're glaring, man.
You know what?
Like, you can denounce something and, that's so awful, we did that years ago. But it's very different when you apologize for something. You leave yourself open to, like, lawsuits and shit. I believe the lawsuits are coming anyway. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get a massive class action.
But they're not gonna get anywhere, sweetie. They're just not.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that, man.
I'm certain of it, man. Are you really gonna?
Why do you think they're not gonna get anywhere?
Majority of the population is Catholic, bro. That's the reality of it. Majority of the population defends their religion, regardless if they're wrong. Majority of the population. No. Look at the Romans, man.
Let me. So that's contrary, because the same could be said. I believe they've gone out of their way and spent tons of money to prevent stuff from coming to the forefront. But you look at all the shit that's happened in cities like Boston and other U.S. cities with the child molestation cases alone. They've actually put aside funding in their budget now.
Yeah.
Where, a lawsuit comes up, okay,
settle,
pay it out.
Yeah.
Whereas before, to your point, they were doing everything to suppress it and not have it go anywhere, but it did eventually get somewhere.
But
I think the tone of this is much different now.
The class action is not going to happen. It's not, and if it does, it's not going to go anywhere. And the reality of it is the Catholic Church is going to pay everyone they need to off, right? They're going to say, here's the reality of it, sir. We'll give you $10,000, take it or leave it, but if you leave it, you're going to lose a lawsuit. That's the reality of it, man. The Catholic Church knows how to play the system like no one else, man. They know how to play the system better than the government. No, but they are going to pay. Okay, so now I understand what you're saying. They are going to pay something, and it's not going to be let's sweep it under. Let's sweep. Yeah, 100%. But it's going to be it's going to be nothing compared to what it should be. It's going to be a joke compared to what it should.
We're talking about generational damage here, like, who knows?
So what is that worth to the Catholic Church? 10,000 or 20? What is that worth to the Catholic Church? 10,000 or 20,000? Like, it's a mediocre number.
I think they're full of shit. They got dragged on the internet nice and hard over the weekend. It was amusing.
I hate the Catholic Church for that, man. They manipulate religion. They molest kids. You know, look what they did in Chile, man. The Pope, 1 month before a bunch of scandals came out about child molestation, was there. What do you think he was there to fucking talk to all the people there to say, what are we gonna do? He wasn't there to fucking go visit Chile. What the fuck is he gonna do there, man? Nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck, man. So the reality is, they're just there to protect their image. And in terms of this, people are acting so shocked, and I'm like, why are people acting shocked? We literally got taught about this in school. Doesn't make it right, but you know.
Yeah, I don't. I think the shock is like, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's a whole other thing when you actually see.
But all you see, is the headlines. No one is actually, you know, how many people do you know that are actually going out to the reserves to go see how they actually live?
No. But when you have, like, dude, that's a mass. All I'm saying is when you hear that there's over 200 plus children in some grave somewhere.
Oh man, I bet you there's going to be a much bigger grave than that. That's a low number.
It'll always. My point is, it will elicit a much more passionate response.
I'm saying the response from the majority of people that are very hypocritical is going to last no more than 2 days from now. I even seen the article basically dying down.
I don't think it's going to last forever. It's just.
I'm not saying it's going to last a month.
Listen, the only reason why it's lasting long is because the response from
the government.
Not from the government, from the Catholic Church, has been inadequate. Listen, people are praising Canada for their response.
Especially every country has been fucked by the Catholic Church.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Canada is like, yo, here's some money, do your own investigation, because we've been wanting to see these fuckers go down for a while.
Yeah, you know, everyone wants to see the Catholic Church go down. And, you know, as a man of religion myself, I want to see them go down because they give a bad name, right? You know, a priest isn't a priest nowadays, right? Nowadays, you have to worry about what the fuck he's doing behind closed doors, right? And, you know, it's fucked up because as someone who comes from a very religious background, a very religious family, you know, it's fucked up seeing this shit when, you know, all of a sudden my priest doesn't do anything else other than he's a pastor, then all of a sudden comes to the church in a brand new BMW. Like, motherfucker,
that's a whole other thing, man.
We're like, bro, we're pulling up in a fucking 93 Geo Metro, and this motherfucker's coming up, and this is in 2008, a brand new BMW. Like, what? We're coming up in a Geo Metro, bro.
It's like that with big black churches in the U.S.
No, I know, but God said they need a jet, bro. God said they needed a Lear 45, man. That's what he said. They need a BBJ 747, you know?
I know, man.
It's a flying machine. It's a praising machine. You know?
Anyways, man.
Lear 45 from God.
You're hilarious. Let's play some tunage here. Oh, that's... I don't know what the set is, but... Anyways, this is some crazy tech house beats here. Speaking of which, while we're on the topic of tech house, just a reminder, if you're discovering our podcast for the first time, welcome. We appreciate you. We love you. For those of you that are returning guests, know that I have an active and ongoing Patreon, and we have a huge event coming June 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern, which will be available for all people who are on my Patreon with the all access tier or higher. We're going to be having a 1-hour discussion with Carlo Leo, who's a tech house master. I'm looking forward to that. It's part of my Inspiration Speaks series, where I invite people who've inspired me so I can explore the things and people and events that have inspired them and made them become who they are today. So looking forward to that. That should be mad fun. Again, just sign up to my Patreon, all access tier. It's $10 a month. You get the benefits of free music and access to my weekly production stream from here to Kingdom Come. So looking forward to that, man. What else do we have on the docket?
Just because I don't think you know this yet, but for you guys who don't know, the banner down there will have more information, such as our Patreon and both of our Instagrams. So if you guys want to go ahead and check us out individually, there you go. And if you guys want to see a Patreon, the link is down below.
That's hot. Yeah, and speaking of Patreon, this week I'll be dropping the pre-track of the month, Choose One, where I put up a list of tracks that are not available anywhere else, and people vote on which one to go with. This one has been interesting. It's kind of been between two tracks, and I'm gonna have to ask. I might have to actually do a poll that tracks it because it's just crazy. People going buck wild on it.
How about I choose? Right. How about I choose? We'll call it the Wano special.
Of course. Let's get back to some music stuff. So, it seems like every week we come on this podcast talking about some big acquisition or some sale or whatever as it pertains to the music industry. Last week we were talking about Amazon purchasing basically all of the content of MGM for $4.5 billion. And this week is no different. Well, Reservoir Group purchased Tommy Boy Records, the label masters and publishing, in a $100 million deal. If you are not familiar with Tommy Boy has featured such artists in their catalog like Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock, that was huge, Jam, Johnson Crew, Pac Jam, in 90s hip hop, you got House of Pain with Jump, De La Soul on the hip hop side, and De La Soul had a very publicized dispute with Tommy Boy about getting paid in royalties. So this deal, the reason why I'm highlighting this deal is because the $100 million, I believe, will be. Do you have it up on the screen there, Juan?
I do.
That $100 million, I believe, will be realized with some more benefit to the owner of who's the owner of who is the owner of Tommy Boy? Let me just grab his name real quick.
Tom Silverman.
Yes, Tom Silverman. Thank you. So Tom Silverman, I believe, did this under an equity deal, although it doesn't say. But here's what's interesting about this. So he has the full catalog, like most of the catalog. So he owns the masters and publishing for groups he's put out on the label. Queen Latifah also released on Tommy Boy, just to keep in mind. So I believe when Reservoir approached him, they said, hey, this is what we think your catalog and stuff is worth. They settled on $100 million, but I think he's asked for a certain proportion of it in stock, because the Reservoir Group actually goes public, which is a division of Chrysalis, and Chrysalis is a long-standing record label and distributor of music. They're going public with this other group called SPAC, or at least that's the stock symbol, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. So this is huge stuff, music people. That's why I am so glad I own 100% of my publishing. And I'm so glad I haven't signed many of my masters away. Only one to a piece of shit King Street, but other than that, nobody else. So I'm glad. Actually, no, that's not true. Mark Farina, I sold to be a DJ. The Story of a DJ, yeah. Story of a DJ to Defected. Another perpetuity deal. But at least we get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? But other than those two, I own the masters and the publishing in my catalog. And, we're talking about, think about this, right? This guy started this company in 1981, right?
Yeah.
So where does that peg it at? 40 years old, right?
Yep.
So here he is chilling. He is chilling on a bunch of equity, being the content and music that you as an artist produce. So hold on to your shit. But that's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
That is a huge deal. And when it goes public, he's likely going to make even more money.
Oh, 100%. That's gonna, the value of the actual each individual stock is gonna go much higher, right?
Most def. While we're on the topic of music and content deals, I just got a thought about what the fuck is up with YouTube Music? You remember?
Yo, oh my god!
You remember when that came out,
bro? Hold on, hold on. Let me start this one. Baby.
Yeah.
So, if you guys don't know, before YouTube Music, there was a service called Google Play Music, and we've talked about it before on the podcast because I loved it. It was
love YouTube Music?
Oh no, Google Play Music when it was before
Google Play, yeah.
I told you they had amazing curated playlists with people like Sebastian Leisure, Carl Cox. They had amazing curated playlists where you could actually find some really good underground tunes. Everything was so well done. I loved it. To me, if I could go back in the day and wish I could transition to modern day, I would do it. It was just so good. It's better than Tidal, better than Spotify, better than anything else I've ever used. Right? It was just that good, right?
I thought it was interesting when they first announced YouTube Music, which by the way has about 30 million premium paying subscribers to date.
Yeah, but that's worldwide. That's nothing.
Yeah. No, I understand. I'm just saying what they have. Just wow.
That's what, half of Spotify, the same as Tidal.
No, I don't know. I think it's a third. I don't even think it's. Spotify has over 100 million something. Apple has over 100 million. So it's a low number. But what I thought, I really thought they would have had a chance because they'd brought over this gentleman by the name of Lear Cohen. It's easy to pronounce his name as Liar Cohen. It's like a running joke in the hip hop industry. But anyway, he comes from. He was previously the head of Def Jam Colombia.
Oh, okay. So I can see why he's Liar, yeah.
But it's Leor.
Yeah,
Leor.
I know.
I'm sure he'll correct you too.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I'm sure I'll get paper served tomorrow.
I thought cease and desist. The name is Leor, not Liar.
That's a Bati Boy name. Like, imagine being a Bati Boy. My name is Leor.
You can't talk them ways, man. It's Pride Month, fam.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know, bro. That shit.
You didn't know. Yeah.
Oh, right. Speaking of hold on, quickly. Did you see a Pentagon fucking ban pride flags from military bases?
The Pentagon did that?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about that.
That's just whack shit. Like, honestly, it doesn't affect anyone. Like I said, to me, I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't have enough time in the day to care.
I think that's just more politics than it is their understanding of. Like, I think I don't want to use the word tolerate, but that's probably what they're doing in the end, right?
Yeah.
It's tolerating, hey, the fact that we do have people who are gay, lesbian, or trans, or non-binary, and whatever. Like, yeah, I think that's just a lot of old school thinking. It's a lot of old.
Well, that's the military style,
but it's a lot of. Well, look at the leadership, right?
Yeah, well, the military has always been a very macho thing, right? And that's a little bit harder to do if you swing both ways. You're a catcher and a pitcher.
What it is.
But anyway, so it was funny as hell to me because speaking of Pride Month, I don't know how we transition to this, but
no, because you use the word bot.
I'll make this quick point. For all you guys that say these companies really support, LGBTQ, look again. Do me a favor, search up their Arabic division, and then you let me know about it.
Sorry, bro, you went like way. What companies are you talking about?
Any company that has on their division in the Middle East. None of them will have the pride shit. So if you guys think they really support you, go look at that and then you let me know. If they actually have the pride on their little icon, good, they support. If not, then now they're just using you. Anyway, back to subject at hand. YouTube Music. I subscribed to YouTube Music after they shut down Google Play Music.
Google Play, yeah.
I lasted 1 week with it. It was such an ass of a system. It was
Oh,
mediocre. Everything was
Yeah.
just like, it really is just a video, and it's just like, man, I'm not trying to use 100 gigabytes a month. Right? This is fucking whack. It was not a good user interface, man. It was just, everything about it was just poorly done. Everything about it was just, You know, so to me, it surprises me that they have that many subscribers, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me because it's fucking YouTube. But it surprises me that they have as many worldwide users as someone like XM has just in like America.
Yeah.
It's fucking, that's a shit number. That's a mediocre number. They're not fucking making money.
But I agree with you on that. I was surprised. I called out the number because I was just surprised that it was even still around. To be honest,
bro. To be honest, I don't know why they shut it down.
YouTube Music, bro.
Oh, I keep getting ads.
But I will say this: when you go to music.youtube.com, it does look like a Spotify or Apple Music desktop. Like, select your top 5 artists.
Yeah. Well, that's how they all start. That's how they all start.
But it actually looks like, I'm like, wow, these, motherfuckers actually put some money into this shit. Like,
no, they did, but
it's still here, right?
Not enough money.
I'm not too sure it'll still be around. I agree with you. Getting rid of Google Play was not a good.
That was a bad move.
That was a bad move on their part. Because it was kind of like underground. It was chilling there. A lot of people used it,
and the people that used it stayed loyal to it. They did not.
Right.
They did not jump ship often.
And the playlist quality was good, like you were saying before.
Oh man, like I said, I'm yet to find a platform that has that good of a playlist quality.
Crazy. So
bro, that shit was on par with Beatport.
Yeah. Well, they got those artists, right? So.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. Just to give you guys some context, YouTube Music in today has as much subscribers as XM had in 2016 first quarter. Just to give you that perspective.
That sink in, bro.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
With a budget much bigger than XM, they're what they were 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think they're
fucking crazy.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Google or Alphabet does with that division. It's just like, to me, it's just kind of pointless.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't.
It's really pointless.
They ruined it, man. They really did. I really did like it.
And on the music, I'm laughing already because I know what the next topic is.
You already know, Agwan fam.
So, okay. Chet Hanks. I can't even say. I'm already laughing about this because,
if you don't know who this man is, MVP.
Chet Hanks, man.
Tom Hanks' son. Before we get home.
Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, that's clear to know because a lot of people don't know that.
So Tom Hanks' son, he originally got some fire when I think he was on the red carpet at the Golden Globe Awards. And he was speaking, in my opinion, very fluent, sort of, hey, I'm fucking a Jamaican girl type of patois. Like, and I remember people are going buck wild, black people of Caribbean descent going buck wild in North America here. How dare he come on and start speaking patois and blah, 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 blah. But in Jamaica, the response was different. They're like, oh, he's pretty good. It's like,
see, you know what the thing is?
He's pretty good still.
You know what the thing is? Jamaicans have a sense of... Caribbeans in general have a sense of humor. Any man from
absolutely.
The islands or whatever has a fucking sense of humor, Like, these mans just... they're just chilling, right? They don't give a fuck. They just want to have fun. Right?
Yeah.
It's entertaining because, you meet so many black guys here and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that. You say, bro, shut the fuck up. You're from fucking Tanzania. I don't know what the fuck. You're complaining about a man talking with a Jamaican accent.
You're Somalian trying to speak Patois.
I know, right? Like, Somalians, bring that hairline back and talk to me about how his Jamaican accent sounds.
But, but Jamaicans, like, or people from Yard, as they'd say, they're totally like, yeah, that shit's funny, man. And he was and they're like, hey, as long as he isn't crossing the line, that's cool. We're cool with sharing our culture. That was the general consensus amongst Jamaicans. I'm sure there's some outliers.
Yo, that man's living like a Jamaican man, bro. Like 40 different girls. Like he's living a Jamaican man's dream, man. Like
exactly.
Yeah, you know, so, he's paying respect that way.
So the reason why I brought him up is because I remember him, Chet Hanks, and he's got like the whitest name in the book. Chet.
Oh, he does.
That is the whitest fucking name ever. Next to Bob.
No. Dennis Smith.
Dennis Smith. Fuck. Anyway,
bro, hold on. Before anything, I'm watching the video right now and I'm playing it for the audience, not with audio. Yeah. Bro, this man's doing more Jamaican things than a Jamaican, bro. I've never seen so much ass and tits shake, man. He has a Jamaican flag in there. Like, this dude is more Jamaican than Jamaican.
You're talking about the white... So that's why I mentioned him. He came out and said it's going to be a white boy summer 2021.
Hey, so be it.
You know, and this guy, to quote, who was it? I think it was Vanity Fair.
Yeah, I have their article right now.
What did they say? Yeah, the more the son of Tom Hanks tries to make good on a viral moment, the more things fall apart. Because that red carpet was his viral moment. You know, people are like, holy shit, he's speaking pretty decent patois still. And I remember Entertainment Tonight, they were like, what's happening with Tom Hanks' son? Because they couldn't understand what he was saying.
Oh, that's how you know he's fluent, bro. When you can't understand him, that's how you know he did good.
I rate him on the authenticity. Like, his patois was pretty good. Like, I'm not going to lie. You know, Toronto man's to Toronto, you know, and as a person that's grown up around Jamaicans with quite a few Jamaican friends, and busting a patois myself on occasion, it was pretty good. He did some corny things like booyaka boy, like that's super old school word, you know, like I wouldn't even say that today. I don't even think I said it back then when Shabba was doing it on this song, Shabba Ranks. But anyway, so the media's dragging him again. Because he came out and said, yeah, it's going to be White Boy Summer, but he's just been in lawsuit after lawsuit, which is unfortunate. I think one of his ex-girlfriends was suing him for abuse and all kinds of other shit that isn't going down right. But he's funny as fuck, man.
Oh, he's entertaining. Like, you think
I would hang with him I'd hang with him. I'd have a drink with him, man.
Bro, I'll have a joint with that man. That man fried. Yeah, he looks funny as hell. Like, let's be real. It would be a fun time because, you know, all of a sudden he's like, let's go hop on the Lear, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Miami Beach. Daytona.
That video's jokes. The music video's jokes. The one you're showing us
with the lowrider and everything.
Like all of the stereotypical things. And black culture.
He was also dressed a bit like a spick.
Black people off. Bro,
he had the socks all the way up to this bitch right here, right? He had the shorts. He had the wave beater. Like, this dude was spick too, man.
Oh, he's doing some East LA shit.
Yeah, bro. He's Mr. Worldwide.
Wow, that's some crazy shit. Anyway, shouts out to Chet Hanks, man.
Hey, you know,
pick up yourself.
He doesn't do cultural appropriation. He becomes the culture.
He becomes the culture. That's like, you know what? And I kind of knew it wasn't official White Boy Summer. Yeah, I know it's only early June right now, but when in the underground electronic dance community you don't hear a bootleg, you know it ain't real. It ain't. I haven't heard the White Boy Summer bootleg yet. Oh, that's one of the things I hate about our scene, bro.
Oh, fucking I know.
Bootleg after bootleg.
Oh my god, I know. Every single fucking time, man.
And not even done proper. It's just like they just take the original and put a kick drum, a kick and an open hat over it.
Let me pull this up. So I'm reading the comments of the video, right? And some guy with the username Government of Jamaica says, "Chat, we would like to make it official. Please contact the Embassy of Jamaica so we can finalize your citizenship paperwork."
Oh fuck!
Isn't he? Wait, All the Smoke. Isn't that Pop Smoke's record label?
I don't know.
All the talking about? Because at the beginning of the video it says All the Smoke, right?
Oh no! Like, yeah, I think weren't they talking about like North American people reacting to how he was like trying to be black and shit?
Well, the record label is Pop. If I'm correct, that's Pop Smoke's record label. You know the guy that got killed?
Yeah.
So if I'm correct, that actually, you know, he actually got on a black label, man.
I don't know. Well, whatever. But they probably saw the business opportunity. I know I would. Like Tom Hanks' son, he speaks Patois.
Bro, he speaks it fluently too. You know, like
he's a decent dude. You know,
all I'm waiting for him to say, you know what, man, you're the general. And that's it, man. He's hilarious. Oh, that's funny.
Anyways, bro. Yeah. I don't think I had anything else, man.
Oh, that was good.
We just blasted through a whole bunch of topics there. You get some.
Are we actually out? No way.
Out of topics?
Oh shit!
No,
yeah.
I mean, there's always
yo, bro. You know what we need to do now, right? You got to make a remix of White Boy Summer.
That'd make him official, man. I can't do that.
You got him, man.
I'd get dragged for that, man.
Oh, actually, this guy cares about what people think about him now, eh?
Yeah, I do. Like, you know what? Actually, you know what I should do? So, what do you say? Shouts out to Sydney Blue. You're gonna love this. So,
the Juno Awards?
Yeah, she made it official. She got the Junos to recognize real underground electronic music, which is super cool here.
That's really important.
The Junos are the equivalent of the American Music Awards or Grammys in the States. So shouts out to Sydney Blue. So you're gonna love this part. So I wrote her and said, yeah, congrats, you know, because I was part of the process, but she and Flipside organized the whole thing along with Mark Quayle.
Yeah.
And she wrote back, yeah, man, if they didn't approve it, it would be so waste.
One of us.
She jumped into some Toronto mans there. I was like, yo. I was like, you see? I said, man, I wish you would have swiped right still. She just laughed at it.
Bro, so we gotta get her on here. Blue. You know what? We gotta do an IRL podcast where you, me, and Sydney Blue all go grab a coffee to talk shit.
I don't think she'll do it, bro, because I think she's a little afraid.
Afraid of what?
Which is understandable. I mean, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. She's like, I can't have my reputation get tarnished. Meanwhile, you and me, wagwan.
Yeah, wagwan, fam. I think that sort of concludes things. I mean, normal bullshit, industry bullshit. I was supposed to have a release come out on a pretty good label, and I fucking lost it on them last week because they still didn't. Well, they still didn't have a fucking release date, bro.
Really?
You know, after delays and going through the pandemic, and here's the disheartening thing about it is, like, you know, I have Purveyor Underground. We experienced delays, like we experienced one recently with mastering. Unfortunately, it came in late. It happens, right? And we just explain it to the artist in a prompt manner. But some labels, man, the communication is just so fucking bad. Like between you and a manager having to ask what's happening, when can we see this? Like, and I'm really over it. Like, you know, I think labels, big or small, really need to recognize that artists have more options now.
Yeah.
To release shit whenever they fucking want to, however they fucking want to.
100%.
And you even promising a gig doesn't even mean fucking shit. It means shit. You should be honored to release an artist's music. And when you start treating them like third-class citizens, you know.
Like,
It's not a good look for you.
You know, but you know,
It's not a good look
record
for you,
label
man.
sooner or later. Well, you know, it was interesting. You know, this goes back a little bit to hip hop. But have you seen that artist Pontiac made DDG?
No.
So it's this guy, and he made a song called "Moonwalking in Calabasas." Okay. Very decent song. I strongly recommend if you guys like hip hop. But so one thing he does is he said, "Fuck, well, you know, these labels, they only pay a certain amount." So what did he do? He started a vlog channel. Fucking genius. So like for the song "Moonwalking Calabasas," he recorded a vlog, him getting into his Rolls Royce, going to shoot, it talking a bit with like Blueface and all the different girls and all that, and just basically behind the scenes, and that's how he's making a ton more money.
Yeah.
So fucking smart, you know. If you have a following, take that following to your advantage. Create a little channel, do a little video here or there, make extra guap here or there. Collect
This
that
shit
bread.
ain't going away, man. I have no qualms walking away from certain labels like that.
No, but 5 years ago, it would have been a different story.
Oh, for sure.
But you know,
for sure, you were kissing ass and like, oh man, I hope so and so plays my record. Oh man, maybe if I give them all of this music for free, they'll put me on stage with them. Those are kind of dumb fucking conversations that were being had before.
Oh,
but that shit is changing.
You know, people, guys, realize one thing is that marketing is very important. Sorry,
talk to the people.
Yeah, bro, talk to my people. You already know. Networking is very important, and if you get a chance, trust me, talking to someone is more important than fucking emailing 1,000 people. You know, it's as simple as that. If you get an opportunity to go, you know, let's say you spend the extra whatever to go VIP and go backstage and connect with these people, fucking do it.
Do it, absolutely.
Because your value will just shoot through the roof, you know. But
also don't forget, you know, and don't minimize the value you have as an artist when you, like, it only takes, really and truly, it only takes 2 or more people to say, I like your shit.
Yeah.
And to remind yourself of, you know, that you are adding value. So,
yeah, 100%.
Don't anchor your value to anyone or any specific
no.
label or whatever. Just do your shit, man.
Remember this: if you ever want to succeed, the only thing that'll ever stop you is yourself. Right? I know, you know, there's always a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. I know someone right now that wants to learn photography. So because, you know, I want to help them out, I encourage them. I take them to different events and all that so they can learn the trades. If you're willing to put in the work, remember, you will succeed. It's simple as that. And there's nothing more to it. Right?
That's true, Bato.
You already know.
Easy. All right. I think on that note, we'll call it for today. So thanks for joining us and all that good stuff. Turn up the music here. Appreciate all the love and respect and support of the pod. Keep it moving. Stay safe. Stay well. Peace.